Are you someone who's tried dieting before and you may have lost a few pounds in the process, but as soon as that diet is finished, the weight comes right back? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 reasons why diets fail and they just won't work. And I'll show you exactly what does instead. So if you want to save yourself the time and effort of trying all these diets that are out there, wasting time and money and precious energy, watch to the end of this video where I show you how to skip the frustration and lose the weight without depriving or restrictive dieting. Let's get into it. The first reason that diets don't work is they are designed to manipulate your body. What I mean by that is the creators of these diets know that you want to look good on the outside. You want to lose weight and look good. So they say, how can I manipulate what happens inside of this person's body so that they can get the result on the outside? But they don't actually care if they trash your body in the process. They don't really actually care what your body is intaking, the nutrients, and actually what happens inside. They just figure, if I can cause you to look good on the outside, then mission accomplished. And trust me, in my opinion, keto, carnivore, paleo, all these are seriously trashing your body. So they obsess over the end result and don't really care how you get there. Now, I want you to consider this analogy. Say you went to the mailbox and you saw an envelope, you opened it up, and it was a letter from some family you haven't spoken to in a while. It was your great long lost uncle who passed away, and in his will, unbeknownst to you, he left you 15 acres of land. So you're like, wow, cool, 15 acres of land. And you go and you check it out, and there's these 15 acres of land, but what he didn't mention is there's a house on the land. So you're even more excited. You're like, wow, there's a house here. So you go up, check it out, and it's in bad shape. The house is in bad shape. The siding is falling off and peeling. There's shingles that are falling off the roof. There's windows that are cracked. The paint is peeling. Like, it's the worst, right? The inside, the floor is uneven and there's beams that are broken. Like, it is not somewhere that you can live right away. So you say, okay, I think that I want to fix this house up so that I can live here. Everything else looks pretty bad, but the bones are good, the structure is here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a crew here, get a general contractor to come and fix this house, fix it up so that I can live here. So you get that sorted out, and then you go and meet the general contractor the next day. Now, when you get there, they've already started working on the house. So you're like, okay, cool. This crew is motivated, you're excited, you're like, okay, great. But when you go up there, you notice what they're doing. They're painting the walls on the outside. They're washing the windows on the outside. They're pulling up some weeds, doing a little bit of landscaping. And you're thinking in your mind, why would you try to make this house that's broken down look good from the outside, but on the inside, it's decaying and it's falling apart? Any reasonable contractor would work on the inside, make sure the beams are good, make sure the structure is good, and then the last thing they would do is focus on the outside. Well, this is the same way that you can think about dieting. What actually needs to happen is your body needs to heal from the inside, and then naturally it's going to correct itself, it's going to cleanse itself, going to heal, and then you're going to be losing the weight on the outside by default. So with all these different diets, they're putting the cart before the horse, and now we're wondering why they never last long term. Which brings me to my second point. The second reason why diets don't work is diets are temporary. And if something is temporary, that means it doesn't last for long, right? And I know for you, you've been wanting to lose this weight and feel great for a long time, so it wouldn't make sense for you to do something that is only gonna last for a little while. You want long-lasting life changes. I mean, think about it. If diets actually worked, why are they coming out with new diets all the time? If Atkins and South Beach worked, then why are we coming out with paleo, and then later on we're keto and carnivore and like all these different random diets? Like, why are they keeping coming out with them? If they worked, then they should just be able to stick with one diet and then it work forever. And it's because they know they don't last for an extended period of time, so people jump on one it works for a little bit, they don't feel great, but it still works. So like, okay, and then a new one pops off, and then they're like, okay, let's jump over here and try this new diet. See, diets actually pull you away from the way that you actually naturally nourish your body. And they bring you into this temporary world of restriction and deprivation. But they promise if you can stick around long enough, if you can grin and bear it long enough, that you'll finally start to see a result. The problem is, because it's not a natural way of eating, eventually you're gonna need to go back. And as some of you may know, when you start eating normally again, most people tend to gain the weight back, and sometimes even more. I remember I was at a friend of mine's house and we were having lunch together. There was a bunch of people there, and there was a lady that I didn't know. We struck up a conversation. Everyone is actually eating real food there, but she was eating like this little bar thing. So I was like, hey, what's that? Is that good? She showed me, and it was one of these programs where you send you prepackaged snacks and bars and shakes that you put water and add, and some prepared meals. It was one of those type diets. And I was asking her if she liked it, and she said, no, I really don't like the food, but I'm just gonna stick with it because I want to lose weight, I want to see results. And it was really fascinating because I couldn't help but think, well, what happens when you get tired of eating these little snack bars that taste like cardboard that you don't even like? Or you just don't feel like paying for a subscription of stuff that you don't enjoy anymore. So then you cancel, and now all that time and energy and effort that you put in has gone down the drain. And now you're kicking yourself because you're feeling like you just wasted so much time. But I believe that so many people that start doing these diets know that it's really not a great thing for them, but they're just at their wits' end and they just don't know what else to do. The thing is, we can't outsmart our bodies. Our bodies always will win. So any of these diets that are out there, if you do them, know that they are not meant to last. They're not here for the long term. So if those diets aren't meant to be lasting, neither are the results that you get while you're on them. Now, the third reason that diets don't work is diets are all about deprivation, restriction, and extreme willpower. And you're expected to eat less than your body actually requires. Because if you eat less food, you're gonna be in a calorie deficit. And when you're in a calorie deficit, that means that you're going to start losing weight. So all diets tell you to restrict yourself, to deprive yourself, to portion control, to count your calories, to weigh your food, to limit your food intake, and then you'll lose the weight. That's their promise to you. But they never really factor in human biology. Because if you're consuming way less calories than your body needs to do regular functions, then your body is going to tell you that it needs more calories and more food by way of hunger pangs. So here's the spin cycle that these diets throw you in. So the first thing you're doing is you're eating way less food than your body actually needs to thrive. So by default, you're hungry all the time. You're hungry when you wake up, you're hungry during the day, you're hungry before you go to sleep. There's a low grade hunger that you always have. You never really fully feel full or satisfied. So then, because you really want to succeed, when the hunger comes, you say, no, I'm not going to listen to you, and you tap into willpower and you hold on as long as you can. But hunger is undefeated. Hunger always wins. So then, because you're human, you get to a breaking point where you just can't take it anymore and you're absolutely starving. So now you say, bump this, and you go and grab some food. And you're not grabbing broccoli. You're getting the sweetest or saltiest junk food that you can get your hands on. Then after you binge on junk food, you now feel like, man, I can't believe I did this again. I can't believe that I fell off my diet or my program. And now you start to feel a little bit depressed. You feel like giving up. You're like, man, I'm a failure. Why can't I get this right? So now you're emotionally eating and you're comfort eating, and you're eating things like ice cream and burgers, things like that, to kind of pick you up. And you're kind of falling deeper and deeper into the hole, into that cycle. And the cycle keeps going over and over. Maybe after that's done, a period of days pass by and you will yourself up to start again right at the beginning with eating less food than your body was designed to consume. See, that's the thing with dieting. You're always working against human nature. You're working against biology. You're working against how you were wired, how you were designed. What you need to be doing instead is something that works with human nature. So you actually have momentum and you're moving in sync together. It doesn't feel like you're fighting against your body, but you're honoring the way that it's already going. Your body wants to thrive. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to release the extra weight. You just have to put it in the best position to do so. There's a huge difference between lifestyle and diet. I mean, if you look at the word lifestyle, the root word of lifestyle is life. And that's what you want, right? To feel alive, to feel thriving, to feel incredible. But when you're dieting, doesn't it feel like you're dying? A diet is never gonna serve you long term. That's why you need to change your thinking from diet to a lifestyle, something you can do throughout your whole life. This lifestyle focuses on nourishing you from the inside, and the outside takes care of itself almost instantaneously. What I'm talking about is a plant-based lifestyle, where you're eating whole plant foods that are rich in minerals and vitamins and antioxidants, and that are actually causing your body to flourish, lose weight, and feel absolutely incredible. See, so many people on all these other diets, keto and paleo and all these other things, they do not feel good on the inside. They hate how it makes them feel, but they like how they look on the outside. But here with the plant-based lifestyle, you don't have to choose. You can feel great and lose weight at the exact same time. It's a win-win. You don't have to choose. In fact, if you have to choose, that should let you know off bat that it's a scam. It's not legit. Now, one quick note, when I say plant-based, a lot of big business has kind of hijacked that term. So there are a lot of processed plant-based foods. Now, when I say moving to a plant-based diet, a plant-centered diet, a plant-powered diet, I'm not talking about using all these processed things. I'm talking about a whole plant diet. Back to the basics, sticking to the script. You have plenty of time for those things, but right now you need to stick to the basics. I'm talking about whole grains and fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, legumes, and a lot of people might not even know what a yummy, delicious plant-based plate looks like. So I'm just going to show you a few of them just so that you can see that there's so many things that are delicious that you can eat that you may have never even thought of before. Now, a plant-based diet is the only lifestyle that scientifically is proven to improve your heart health, including lowering your blood pressure, reducing cholesterol levels, and mitigating heart risk. It also manages weight effectively and lowers your body mass and body fat count. It helps you to reduce your risk of chronic disease like diabetes, obesity, heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. It improves digestion, increases mood, increases mental clarity and energy. And as I said, you're not going to be deficient with anything. All of your phytonutrients and minerals and vitamins, macro and micronutrients are all intact. And yes, you can get as much protein as you would ever need on a whole plant diet. There's literally no side effects and no negative impacts of you going plant-based or for you incorporating way more plants into your diet and making it a lifestyle. A plant-based lifestyle is your best chance to live slim, trim, medication-free, and thriving, whether you're young, middle-aged, and even a little older. Now, if you've never tried a plant-based lifestyle, or maybe you have before, but you know you kind of really haven't been doing it right or seeing the results, go ahead and join my free group below where I can show you exactly how to do it so that you can get some momentum and start to see the results that you want. Or if you want to level up quickly and want kind of a deep dive in this thing, you can join my 5-day Eat Great, Lose Weight Challenge, where you'll get a grocery list, recipes, meal prep videos, coaching, and accountability for 5 days straight. It's a completely transformative and really fun experience that not only leaves you empowered with momentum, but so many people end up experiencing real healing and relief from pain, as well as people losing 5 pounds, 7 pounds, 10 pounds on average in just the 5 days in the challenge. So stop dieting, move to a plant-based lifestyle, and if you do it right, you're gonna get some epic results. And if you need a little bit of assistance, go ahead and click one of the links below and join us, and we can do it together. I'm happy to help. In the meantime, remember, if you didn't come from a healthy family, make sure a healthy family comes from you. Be well, God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.